Hey everyone, so in a rare twist of events, the state government in Missouri will now be lowering the state minimum wage from $10 an hour to $7.70 an hour. You know, it's always refreshing when politicians actually act in an economically sensible manner. I think the city of Seattle could learn something from Missouri's state government. There was a recent study done by the University of Washington that showed low-wage workers losing an average of $125 a month in Seattle due to the minimum wage increases they've undertaken. It's quite a simple concept. The higher the price of anything, the more incentive there is to buy less of it. If you want to trade money for services with someone, let's say you'd like them to cut your lawn, but the government steps in and threatens theft, jail time, or violence if you don't pay them a certain amount, are you more likely or less likely to wash your hands of the entire situation and just cut the lawn yourself? It's rather self-evident what you'd be more likely to do. You'd scrap the entire transaction just to escape the government's ruling fist. And while looking into this issue, I found what I find to be a ridiculous headline that states that Missouri is, quote, literally taking money out of the pockets of individuals. Does this author realize that the minimum wage would do the exact same thing? Not only that, instead of making $7.70 an hour, some low-income people would become no-income people, and they'd be making $0 an hour, a goose egg. Because business owners have to be much more cautious with hiring people. They would need to make sure they only hire the best people they can. Anyone with little to no experience would find it much more difficult to find work. I wonder if this author ever takes that into consideration. Probably not. They probably think that this money would simply come from thin air, just as most statists do. Critical thinking certainly does not seem to be a strength of theirs. All in all, I'd like to wager a bet with those who advocate for a higher minimum wage. I bet in the coming months that Missouri will experience an increase in employment among the youth and low-wage earners. I think I'd win because, as it is with most things, situations improve when you remove the decrees of a government that demands that prices must increase in a vain and ultimately futile attempt to force the creation of wealth through some magical means. Thanks, that's it, and until next time.